Welcome back to a Monday, Tuesday. Yesterday was Memorial Day, so we're having all of our meetings today. But today, after the call, I'm hopping on the call with Constructor Capital. I mentioned they're based in Europe. They bought off my old school in Germany, so they wanted to meet today, which was very spontaneous. So I'm meeting them today. Then we're having later calls in the afternoon, and there's an event hosted by Alumni Ventures today too later on. So we'll head out. This is already a busy week. We have two VC meetings happening, and then we'll probably have the angel meeting too. So let's get the day started. Sorry.
There are currently not just.
Okay, we got done with the event. It was good. Some angels, some VCs already met at different events. We had Red by Capital, so last time we didn't have a chance to talk. Now we already have some commitments, so mention about that, sent an email. Also got some email responses back from some of the investors, since we already mentioned some of the commitments. Now they're kind of like interested. So this week is interesting. We're still pushing on it, still going on it. It's super exciting. But yeah, let's continue. We're ending the day for tonight. I think today was a very productive day. Like literally from starting the day, from constructor capital meetings to a bunch of outreaches to a final event with angels and some VCs. Welcome back to another day. Today is Wednesday, and today it's also my cousin's graduation. That's why I'm semi-formally dressed. And then today we moved the meeting to tomorrow. They wanted to, Armory Square wanted to do it next week because Sumak was traveling, but we mentioned about our constructor meeting yesterday, so they moved it to tomorrow. Okay, we got done with the graduation. It was like a church mix with this, it's a high school graduation, but it's a unique one, very different than all the graduations I've ever seen. Now I'm heading out to an AI and economy event. This is down at the social club around 23rd at Iron, so almost there, walking around there. We'll take you guys there.
Fits in either of these directions, but
we got done with the event. That was a cool event. It was an intellectual discussion about the future. It was more like philosophy, but not just philosophy, but it's more about like free thinking and discussion compared to there was no lecture. Everyone in the room kind of talks about the future. If this scenario happens, this happens. But then most people in there also had an economics background, so they had all the different type of models, economic models. Okay, there's the capitalistic side, there's the socialistic side. How are different countries doing it? Who in the end owns the AI models or companies, or what's it for the future of humanity with AI, and just free thinking all about that. And it was interesting just talking about that with other people and hearing other people's opinion about it. And it was honestly stimulating for the mind to have those type of conversations. Where we are ending the day for today, and then tomorrow's another day. Welcome back to another day. Today's a Thursday. We have two calls. One was our angel, one was VC. We'll keep the things moving forward this week. Weather is amazing. Let's get the day started. We have our team's call, and then we have those two calls. And later on, we have an adventure event. It's actually Capital One Ventures. They also have a venture arm called Capital One Ventures. So we'll head out to that event. We'll take you guys there. Okay, we got done with the event, met some of the founders that I know here. Super nice, always running into the founders here, the community here. Now I'm heading out to Bryant Park. They have jazz music Thursday. I know it's since summer is here, there's a lot of musical performances happening, so it's always good to take time and refresh in general. Let's head out there. Friday, it's all about review. Next week is New York Tech Week. There's like 20 events happening in one day, so I'm trying to be really intentional to go to just 1 or 2 per day, and only in the evenings because you can easily burn out at the end. So let's do the weekly planning, weekly YouTube edits. Okay, we got done with we're organizing the calendar for next week. Next week is New York Tech Week. A bunch of events are happening. A bunch of investors are coming to the city, heading out. There's an investor mixer. It's a founder investor mixer happening around East Village. Let's head out there. We might have to do the YouTube edits tomorrow because of the events today. Welcome back to a Saturday. Today we just finished editing the video for this week's YouTube vlog, and then today I'm also thinking about potential angels. Since I'm in this fundraising mindset, it's all about ideas that come, and whenever ideas come, I just try to execute them really quick. Thinking about potential angels I know, sending the deck, sending quick message, making it short in general, and also trying to brainstorm of ways to get different angels involved, but also right now what we need is a lead investor, and next week is New York Tech Week. So if we get a lead investor, we have a follow-on investor in general. So we have 25% of the fund secured if we secure a lead investor, but we still need to find a lead that can at least do 50%, and then that lead can also bring someone who can fill up the rest, which is 25% that would be left in general. But till then, we're trying to find small angel checks, just trying to close the first initial, even small angel rounds in general, which are not big, but that's all. It's like weekends when you're a founder. Some days this is all you think about 24/7, and today's a bit cold, but it's a nice weather. You can walk by. It's not super warm. It's a bit windy, but super nice. Let's head out to the Wall Street area, different areas during the weekend, and let's brainstorm. Okay, today was productive. We updated our deck. The deck had good story. But now we added more solid business case, so now we can sell people by both emotionally but also logically. We had the emotional part, the story, the team, but then what was lacking was more of the the logical side of the business. Like, how does the business work? How would the business scale in general? What's the thesis behind it? So we kind of hardened that. It's a very productive day. It's always about improving, and I was also trying to see patterns I did in my life, and it's all about numbers. So we sent it out to a lot of people. They updated deck to a lot of people, and I was excited to send it because you work on a deck, you want everyone to read it. So it was exciting to send it. Didn't feel like work because I just worked on it, and it's all about numbers. The bigger bets you take, the more chances you increase your probability of success in general. So it's about taking more bets, take more swings.